done a lot of traveling on trains, and I've often marveled at the streamlined comforts and conveniences they offer for passenger travel, at their speed, safety, and general reliability. And watching freight trains go by, I've often wondered at them, too. At the way cars from all railroads are likely to be found in the trains of any railroad, and where the cars come from, and what they haul, and where they're going.
My work is on the campus of the Illinois Institute of Technology in Chicago, in the Central Research Laboratory of the Association of American Railroads, nerve center of the widespread job of railroad research. We do for railroads collectively things which can be done more efficiently and economically than by railroads individually, so that the traveling and shipping public can have faster, safer, more economical service. This job of research is of vital importance in the constant effort to improve everything it takes to run a railroad. Consider the very foundation of railroading, for example, the track over which trains operate.
Train 82 on track 5.
82 on 5.
Scotty's?
Not today. Promised my wife I'd eat home for a change.
Miss all the latest news.
Uh-huh, and arguments.
Well, see ya. Say hello to Kelly for me.
The route of the Canadian is not new. It was the route of the earliest explorers and is the route of adventure still. Your travel adventure begins at Windsor Station in Montreal aboard this newest train with all space, even coach seats, individually reserved. Early reservation is the only requirement for those who want to enjoy the greatest experience railway travel can offer. Once aboard, passengers settle into the roomy quarters with guaranteed privacy and comfort.
The foundations of this prosperity are rooted deep in the widespread resources of the Southeast. The wheels of industry turn swiftly, and the song of economic advance is heard throughout the region. New skills in farming, utilizing the latest developments in soil enrichment and diversification of crops. New standards of transportation to serve as a strong link between the Southeast and other sections of the nation. The keystone of these far-reaching developments is the tremendous growth and diversification of industry. You see it wherever you go.
For more than a century, the haunting voice of the iron horse echoed across the land. From the eastern seaboard, over the seemingly endless plains and through the western mountains, steam locomotives fused a sprawling landmass into a solid nation. Theirs was a call to dreamers of every age, wafting them from humdrum schoolroom or office to fancied adventures on the high iron. Lucky the boy who one day could say he had seen them in action, for by 1960 the age of steam had virtually ended, and the thrill of seeing a mammoth engine at work was to be only a happy memory of childhood. Of all the locomotives in the long history of the rails, one of the greatest was called Big Boy, a name by which the world knew an engine that closed a memorable era in Western railroading. It was the last of the giants. Built as machines to produce transportation, steam locomotives seldom were endowed with grace of line, and then never at the sacrifice of efficiency and power or speed. For those who ran them and serviced them, the 25 engines of our 4000 class climaxed American steam freight locomotive design. So Big Boy was a railroad man's everyday working tool.
Our country at peace means a railroad system well integrated into the pattern of American life and industry, serving as the nation's basic means of transport. Our country at war means our railroads at war. The most dramatic use of rail transport in time of crisis came during World War II. 90% of all our military supplies and 97% of all organized military travel in the United States were handled by the railroads. This tremendous burden, in addition to supplying the major carrier service for American industry and agriculture during those war years. In the post-war years, the railroads have continued to serve our people and our industries as the lifeline of the nation.
That's the one. That car. That's the car. To the shipper who loaded it, the receiver who's counting on it, the consumer who's waiting for what it contains. That's the most important thing on rails. To the men who put the trains together, it's GN 12904. To a key punch operator, it's a new data card. To the third generation computer that watches 1,000 miles away, it's 14 binary digits.
Foremost among the material things which make up a railroad is the right-of-way, with its buildings, bridges, signals, and shining rails. Shining rails which are the lifelines of our country at war or at peace. Behind these ribbons of steel stands an army of men, the men of maintenance. Men who construct and maintain the roadbed, buildings, bridges, signals, and many other things necessary to the movement of trains. Just as you, the men of maintenance, build safety into the right-of-way, so should you build safety into your lives and habits. Let's consider the safe way of doing some of the jobs on which accidents may occur.